Good morning everybody and happy Friday. So normally we do a live at 11 o'clock on most Fridays, but today we're actually not live. You might think we are, but this is all pre-recorded. So obviously I have no questions to answer and we're not going to get the same crack. But sure, listen, interact with us, and sure, when I do get a chance to see this video, I can respond to you all. I'm going to do a dory.
We're on our holidays.
We're on our holidays. That's why we had to do this pre-recorded. And sure, we knew you'd be looking forward to still seeing us on the Friday. So we have a wire ring here and a roll of reel wire. And I'm just going to attach the reel wire onto the wire ring. Now this wire ring then, I'm going to cover it in with moss. So what you do is you get some fresh moss, and you scrunch it together in your hand, as I just say, like a fat sausage shape, and you can put this on as thick as you prefer. You rest it onto the frame and then you wrap the reel wire around it. Now instead of using moss, you could use Leylandii and you could use fresh straw. So here I am now, I'm just out of moss there, so I'm getting a second bunch of moss, again scrunching it together in my hand like a fat sausage, resting it onto the base there, and around you go with the reel wire.
So what do you think the weather's like, Janette, all over the country?
I don't know what the weather is going to be like, because this is about a week previous, isn't it? But it's nice and warm today, it is. They're probably saying, gosh, I've seen that t-shirt on her before. Because I wore it there about 2 weeks ago. But the weather today, I presume in Dublin it's shite. It's probably raining, but I'm hoping that it is a bit nice for you, and I hope wherever I happen to be today that the weather isn't shite.
Well, I'm down in Kenmare in County Kerry.
All right, what's it going to be like down in Kenmare in about 2 weeks?
In about 2 weeks, I think it's going to be nice. I think it's
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'd say that the sun will be shining. You'll be down on the beach. Are you going to be near the beach?
Yeah, we're going to be near the beach. Yeah.
Do you know some of our students have flower shops?
Yeah, there's Kenmare flowers down there. I might drop in and say hello.
Denise, I think her name is. So Denise, if you're watching, you never know. Watch out on the beach there, and if you see Deirdre with her big parasol and her big sun hat and her black sunglasses, she'll be down looking at you. So here I am going around and around there with the moss onto the reel wire, onto the wire frame. Now everybody asks, how long did these last? That's a moss frame I did about 4 months ago, and that's another one I did. It's probably, when you're watching, it'll be nearly 5 months, but when I'm recording this, it's about 4 months ago. I done these all early March, before the pandemic. And again, I didn't store them any particular way, I just put them up in the storeroom on their side. But the best way to store them is on a sweeping brush handle, suspended, and let the air circulate around them, and they dry out like there's no weight in these at all. And these are the Leylandii ones again, which I did. Now these again are over 4 months old. I normally only say to you they last about 3 months, but these still look okay. I could use one of these today if I wanted. And this is another base that I did in straw at one of my previous demonstrations. And we had, the day we did them straw bases, everybody was slagging and laughing about what was the price of straw or hay. I'm not sure about a hay or straw, but what was the price going to be. And my brother-in-law down in Sligo, he had the best price, $3.50 for the bales of hay. I'm not sure whether that was a square round bale or whatever kind of bale it was. Now I'm back around here with the moss, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around a second time. And when you go around a second time, it makes the base that little bit extra secure. You would get away with it, to be honest. So if you just wanted to go around a single time, that would be fine. If you're planning on doing these in advance for the likes of Christmas, autumn wreaths, door wreaths, summer wreaths, wedding wreaths, whatever, I'd recommend go around the wreath frame twice, just to make it extra secure. I've done that to all of them. I would have went around the second time. You can see it looks much neater the second time. So be anyone watching, Deirdre?
I don't know, like be anybody watching.
Would you presume anybody?
I would presume we have a few people
what would you
watching.
say they're saying?
I'd say they're saying that your top is lovely, and how long will the moss frame last?
Well, we've answered that question.
And
what about Kay from County Clare?
I'd say Kay from County Clare is probably on it, unless she's on her holidays as
and
well.
What about Deirdre?
We're actually going to be down County Clare.
Oh, that's right. We're heading to Clare in August, Kay, and we're going to
Lahinch.
We're heading to Lahinch. Now, in saying that, that's the plan now, and we're on I think the third week in July. I'm not sure what date today is, the 17th of July or thereabouts. So we're planning on going down to County Clare in August.
Down to the shite weather.
Down to see what the shite weather is like down there. But sure, it all depends on what's going to happen with this pandemic. Sure, nobody knows. So we could be there, or you never know, this might be live, because we went on any holidays. We could be back in the lockdown, or the lockout, or the lock-in, or whatever's happening, and we could be sitting at home watching this video ourselves from our own televisions. So you never know what's going to happen. Look at the dirt in my hands. Okay.
So are we going to have a giveaway?
Actually, we'll have to have a giveaway. Now, the only thing is about the giveaway, we won't be able to announce the winners until we actually check in.
Until we go live the following week, we'll announce the winners of this week.
What's the prize going to be? So you have to ask where are we heading in August. There's our question.
Where are we heading in August? Exactly. Where are we hoping to head?
Where are we hoping to head in August?
Yeah.
And Kay from County with the shite weather lives down there, or lives in that direction. So what I have, again, 2 weeks ago, I cut up my eucalyptus tree and pittosporum tree. So I have some eucalyptus and little bits of pittosporum, and what I've made is just little bunches of greenery. And then I also use the little water vials. So I have my water vials filled with water, and I have half dozen sunflowers in them. So I'm going to use these as my flowers. And I also had some bear grass, because that week that I done this pre-live, pre-recorded, I'd loads of bear grass in the school. So I just made like little loops with the bear grass, again securing them with a wire. Just make something a bit different to some of the other wreaths that I did. Now what you could use instead of the sunflowers is hydrangeas. So the hydrangeas will be in flower, lots and lots of flower the week you're watching this. So go out to your gardens and get a couple of hydrangeas, go down to your local flower shop and ask her for the vials, and then you can get in, you can make one. So I need my reel wire again. Where did I put the reel wire? Here we are. So I shouldn't have cut the reel wire off, I should have left it on. So if you did cut it off like I did, catch it with your thumb and around you go 2 or 3 times in the one space. And then you get your bunch of foliage and you can rest it onto the base. Now this is quite a small wire.
Janette, there's loads of people commenting.
Loads of people commenting, is there? We hope there is. We're probably talking to themselves. They're probably sitting at home saying, fuck them, I'm not going to bother commenting. I hope you are all clicking share and getting the word out there. Are we up to 200 yet, Deirdre? So with our bunches of greenery, normally on these bigger frames, you can kind of like rest them just straight onto it. But because this is a smaller frame, it's just the nearest one to hand, I'm going to put the material onto a crooked, so it's sticking out from the frame. And it's a little way of making the wreath look a little bit bigger. So what I'm then doing is just with the reel wire, going around the same spot about 3 times, and then getting the second
You wouldn't just move them bunches in the front.
There we go. So
Out of the way. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, perfect.
Was somebody complaining?
Yeah, there was somebody complaining that they couldn't see.
So you get your second bunch, you slightly overlap it, again let it stick out from the frame, and then you wrap your wire around that 2 or 3 times. It's easier to do this on the flat of the table. And then you get your next bunch, and again you slightly overlap. And I'm leaving the eucalyptus looking up because I know that's going to dry the best. Where the pittosporum will kind of shrivel up a little bit, where the eucalyptus dries out gorgeous. And I was more using the pittosporum for bulk. If you have a choice and you're able to get like loads and loads of the eucalyptus, use all eucalyptus. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these flowers. I'm going to slide it in.
I'm not going to wire it in at the end.
Oh, wire them in at the end. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay, I think that's what we did decide.
Yeah.
So okay, change of plan. We keep going. So I'm just
Good job this is not live, isn't it?
Good job this isn't live. So round and around we go with our greenery. So you can see how easy these are. And you know what? If the kids are still off school, which they probably are because they're all under summer holidays, let's hope to God they're all going back in September. But this is something that the kids could enjoy. Like I know my niece and nephew down in Sligo, one of the first times I did these live, they were watching, they just could be watching this now today. But
Or you could be down with them watching it.
I could be down in Sligo watching it with them, exactly. They went out kind of walking around, I can't remember the name of the woods down in Sligo, and they gathered up loads and loads of foliage they did, and they made fabulous ones of these. And their cousins, Rachel and Emma Kavanagh from Clooney, if anybody is watching, they actually helped them. And Rachel is so artistic. You want to see the fabulous door wreaths that she was able to make. And again, all out of material that she sourced for nothing. So you can see like they're really, really easy. And the roll of reel wire, you'll probably get about between 3 and 5 wreaths out of it. That's including mossing the frame. So where you're making the frame and you're going around it twice, and then when you wire up all your bunches of, you could use a piece of the reel wire for wiring up all your bunches of greenery, and then to attach the greenery and the flowers afterwards. Again, you'll definitely get 3, but you will find that I'd be quite economical and I'd pull it really tight, so I'd probably get 5 out of it.
Janette, somebody is asking about the Christmas
Be a liar,
courses.
yeah. Don't be telling lies, there's nobody watching. Well, which shall we pretend? So let's go back.
That's it.
So somebody's asking about the Christmas
They're
course.
asking about the Christmas
Well, the
courses.
Christmas courses will be on very, very soon, they will. Well, not very soon. I think about when we start from October, November, probably.
Yeah.
And again, everything's going to have to be online this year. But you know what? Like, look how well our other online classes went. Nobody thought that K School of Floristry was going to have the best online flower arranging courses ever. So we had like the bloom room. So we have it all planned, girls. We're going to send all the stuff out to you. You'll be able to log in with your glass of wine and you'll be able to make your Christmas wreath in the comfort of your own home. And what some of you might be able to do is organise maybe a group of friends to be all in the one house. Now at the moment the law is 10 people in the one house from 4 different families. So you can work that out yourselves. And again, we'll organise an evening and we can all tune in and we can all make our door wreaths. I'll send everything out to you, exactly what you would have had here at the class. So the only thing you won't have is to clean it up.
It's me.
It's to clean. No, but you'll have us because we'll be live with them. So you will have us. You'll have an online video and we'll organise some sort of bloom room, etc. So we've loads of plans for the Christmas courses. So yes, we're still going to be running them, even though there's nobody is asking that question. But you would tell, we're doing a bit of sales. That's what it's called. A bit of sales and marketing here. So I'm just at my last bit, and you know the way I often talk about the wiggling and the wangling kind of in and out through. So a little bit of wiggling and wangling in through my eucalyptus pit of sport. And do you know what?
Mary from Donegal says that that's actually
You're a
gorgeous.
liar, you. You're a liar, you. There's no Mary from Donegal. Well, hiya Mary from Donegal. What's the weather like up your way?
She said it's lovely without any flowers in it.
So
I know she's going to say that.
I know somebody's going to say it is gorgeous without any flowers in it. And again, it's costing you very little. You can have a little sun hat. So now we're going to put on the flowers. Now you need a few florist wires for doing this. 20 gauge or 22 gauge. And you know what I forgot to add in was my loops of bear grass.
I know.
So listen, to change your plan.
Yeah, we're not re-recording it.
Yeah, we're not re-recording it again. So I'm just going to get my tubes and I'm just going to slide them in under the greenery. It's just a disaster that these tubes have a pink lid on them, so I have to make sure that I'm really camouflaging them, where normally the lids are green. But obviously they knew I loved pink, so they obviously put pink lids on the tubes. And now I'm just doing this, I'm just wrapping the wire around the tube, kind of in among the greenery, bringing the two wires, that's what it looks like in the front, and bringing the two wires around to the back, just kind of centre up a little bit more, and I'm just twisting the wires together at the back, and that will secure it in. And it just means that these flowers are going to get a drink, and that they'll still stay fresh that little bit longer. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space. Do you know the easiest way sometimes to do this is to put one over the other side, directly opposite it. So I'm going to bring one over this side. So again, you can see the way I'm lifting up the greenery. I'm kind of sliding the tube in under the greenery to try and hide it. This one isn't going in as handy. Get in there, you little fecker, yeah? There we go. It's in perfect now. Now I'm mowing out of it. Get a wire then, and then fish your wire kind of around it, but try not to flatten too much of the greenery down. So try and kind of like hide the greenery. Get the two pieces of wire, bring them to the back, but try and kind of like do this like a gynecologist. You kind of have to feel your way underneath here without actually seeing what you're doing. Like the postman putting his hand in the letterbox, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm feeling away here. I've lost one of my wires and I'm twisting them together because I can't turn this upside down because the flower will get bashed on the table. So I'm just twisting the wires together at the back, and any raw little bit of wire, I'm just forcing it up into the frame to hold it in place. So now I'm going to put two more on this side and two more on the other side. So you can see this kind of like does take a little bit of time.
That's a different technique than what you've normally done before, isn't it? Well, you normally put the flowers in at the same time, which is what you were going to do.
Yeah.
But I think when you have, you say only 6, this is a good way to...
It's an easier way to space them out.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's very hard to space them out when you've only got 6 flowers. Where if you've loads and loads of flowers, you can go to town on them and you can keep adding them in, and if there's some left over, it's fine. But I only had 6 of the sunflowers, so to get the best mileage out of them, I kind of found was to put one opposite each other, top and bottom if you want to call it, and then 2 in one space and one side basically, and 2 on the other side, and it works out okay. Now the sunflowers are not the exact same size. There's a few small ones and there's a few big ones. So again, I'm just doing the best that I can, you know, that way. And hydrangeas, as I said, would be gorgeous, or anybody has peonies or roses in the garden, they would be lovely as well. So that's our 4 sunflowers so far. So now I'm going to put a 5th. Anybody else asking that, Deirdre?
No, it's no questions. They're all very quiet.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
They're probably down on the Hinge Beach looking for us.
They're probably down the Hinge Beach looking for me. I'm out surfing, I am. Look for the big, the blubber in the water.
That's the plan. So when we go to the Hinge, if we get to
Oh no, when this is live, I'm actually in Kerry.
Oh, you're going to be in Kerry?
I'm in Kerry,
that's
yeah.
right, you're down in Kerry. Jesus, you're having a great life.
I know, we're going, yeah.
That's a great job you have.
Staycations.
Staycations. That's a great job you have that they're giving you all these
This
holidays.
is it, yeah.
There we go. Is there a party in your house tonight? Can you imagine Deirdre's kids having the party when she's down in Kenmare sunning herself?
I haven't told him. Now he's going to know when he sees the live video.
I'm on the last one there now. Let's just fish that around. There we go. Just try and hide the pink little lid, but I'll just fluff the greenery up and that'll hide our little lid. Twist the wires and any bits of wires that's left over, I'm just doing like kind of a U-bend and sticking them back up into the frame. Fluff me greenery around, balance them around. That's not bad at all. There's a bit of a bigger gap down there.
But we'll hang it from that side. Yeah.
I'm going to use that side for hanging. So
that's gorgeous. This is lovely, yeah.
Up here. So what I'm now going to do is get a bit of are they all saying ooh, ass, go?
Oh, they're all saying absolutely fabulous work. Fabulous work.
I'm just going to get our organza, you know, I'm mad about this colour. We call this the sick green colour, but that's not a nice name, but it's a gorgeous colour green, even though I call it sick green. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish the organza around the loop. I'm not going to put a bow on this. I just don't think this wreath needs a bow. I'm just going to make a loop like we're hanging on me knockers. Okay, so somebody's going to say, what are we going to do with this wreath? This isn't really live.
No, we're only pretending. No, we're only letting on.
We're only letting on that we're live. We're not really live. This is pre-recorded. We're actually on our holidays, staycation in Ireland. Well, we're hoping, because when we're pre-recording, we're hoping that we're going to get away. Well, Deirdre is anyway, I'm not. So there's a big party up in Deirdre's house tonight, okay? All the kids are there, all the teenagers, and they're probably delighted that their mammy is away. So I'm just fishing that around there, and there's our organza there to hang on your knocker. That'd be great gorgeous. For the welcome party tonight now.
Yeah, the welcome party for all the lads coming in.
You can put up on Facebook, big party in my house, the house that has the sunflower wreath hanging out the knockers.
But you know, that would actually be lovely for a wedding, like if you're having a sunflower themed wedding, for on the door of the house when the bride is coming out.
And you know what, you could do it on one of the bigger frames.
Yeah.
That was just a small frame. So you can imagine like if I had made that on that frame.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of show you the back of it so you can kind of see the size of the frame. You see the two frames there? Can you, in our pre-recorded live, can you see that, yeah? So we have a small, I only used a small one, so you can imagine how big I'd be able to make it on that bigger frame. So now, Deirdre, you have to pick the 10th winner.
Oh, God.
So what we're going, what's the question? Where are we planning, because we don't know whether we will or not, in August, we'll probably be back on live by then, but where are we planning to head in August, okay? Where the weather was always shite, and we're heading there for a couple of days, and we're planning on going surfing. And the 10th winner is going to win a free online course.
Yeah.
What course are we going to give them? Give them the table ring course?
Give them the table ring course.
We're going to give them the table ring course. So this is a standalone course on our online school, and there's 3 table rings. One's for weddings, one is for Christmas, and one is for autumn. So again, you'll have great scope out of it. You'll have 6 months, you know what I mean? So you have the course for 6 months. You can watch it at any time. Now we don't supply any of the materials for it, but it does give you a list of what materials that you have to use. So our 10th winner, and maybe our 20th winner.
Yeah, no, I think the 20th, yeah.
No, but we do both, so I'm at the same 10 now.
Okay.
Right, so the 10th winner and the 20th winner is going to win a prize.
Yeah.
They're going to win one of them courses. You can enter as many times as you want. So what's it's not a county.
It is a county.
No, but does it have to be the county that they're going to give the name of the place?
You know, just say the county, just in case.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
I'd probably be easier because we know Kay is from there.
Yeah.
We don't know what part of there she's from.
No, we don't know what part.
No, so we'll stick with the county.
Okay, so what county are we planning to head to in August to see Kay from county whatever, where it's always shite weather? 10th winner, 20th winner, you're going to win a free online course. Send us an email. God knows when we get back to you because we're off sunning ourselves in county, wherever, hoping that the weather is fucking dry. So listen, girls and boys, thanks a million for joining in. If you did join in, and feck you if you didn't join in. And I hope you enjoyed our pre-recorded live video. Have a great day, have a lovely weekend, and we'll get in touch with the winners when we come back. So listen, thanks for joining. Don't forget and click share everybody. Bye bye.